Going down. Rick and Sasha.
20 after the hour, I feel like I'm doing the quiet storm. It's Rick and Sasha.
We over here dancing, right?
With Drea Kelly. All right.
It done went into that voice.
So what's your request, Sasha?
So my request is for you guys to call us at 888-909-1514 as domestic violence, sexual assault, children being molested is serious in our community. And we want to be here to help you through it. We have hotline numbers and websites that you can go to for that help. And we've got ex-wife of Drea Kelly. When we say that to introduce you, how does that make you feel?
A lot of people feel indifferent about it, but they have to understand I was the wife. I wasn't the jump off. I wasn't the side chick, That's who I was, but it's not who I am.
Okay.
So I'm okay with it. I wear that as a badge of honor simply because I'm also a mother.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the mother of his children. So I know that people would think, oh, well, why would she say that? And he was abusive, this, that, and the other. At the same time, I was still married to the man. I'm still the mother of his children. And that's a part of my legacy. It's a part of my life. It's a part of my children's life. So I'm not going to be upset or down on any part of that.
Yeah.
So you're now dancing for R. Kelly. And through that, you formed a serious friendship with him.
Yes.
What was that friendship like?
He was like my brother. He had the best mama jokes.
Mm-hmm.
He was hilarious. When I auditioned and met him, I actually had a fiance at the time. And I was like, oh, I will never, ever date you. Like,
Right.
I'm good. You R&B singer, you do what you do. So we ended up really being like brother and sister. And it was that moment. And people ask me, like, when did you guys fall in love? I can't say. I can't pinpoint it. I don't think anybody who's really been in love can say a specific time or date. But you do know when the dynamics of the relationship
Do you remember the
change.
first time he held your hand, that first kiss with him that made you feel some type of way?
And before you ask that really quick, you were engaged.
I was.
How did he chop that tree down before that first?
He was R. Kelly. Go ahead.
What happened
you know
there?
what it was? My relationship, it took a toll on it being on tour all the time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I was gone. And then I was with him with every album that he would work on the studio. Be like, baby girl, you inspire me. Come here or come down to a video shoot. So when you're dating someone who's not in the industry,
Right.
like you really could be in the studio for real. And they're thinking to themselves, nah, ain't nobody in the studio.
Right,
at
you're
3 o'clock.
laid up with somebody.
Yeah, they feel like ain't nothing open at this hour except 7-Eleven and legs. So what are you doing? And
Wow.
it's like, no, like I really am at the studio grinding this thing out with him.
Mhm.
So I don't even think it was so much what he did. It was the time that I was spending with him that started to take a toll on the relationship that ultimately went from, as we all know in relationships, it goes from we're friends, now we're best friends, now we're a couple.
Yeah, but when was
you
that
know-
hand, that holding that hand or that kiss?
It wasn't that.
What
That's
was
what
it?
most people think it was something physical. It
Okay.
was emotional that
Okay.
changed it for me. When I saw that vulnerable part of him, when he shared with me about him being molested as a little boy, when he told me about the abuse that he had grown up in the house and seeing his mom being abused, go back to the root of my tree. The first time I ever saw a man be abusive was my grandfather, and he was a Baptist preacher. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, we have something in common. Abuse is at the root of both of our trees. So I think that allowed me to have a soft space for him where I shouldn't have. And that's when it went into an intimate space, because now, I have a space for not only Big Rob, but Little Rob that you carry around.
So now, how old were you at that time?
So around then, this had to be 21, about to be 22.
And he was how old?
Oh, God, he's 7 years older than me.
So
he's
just 7 years old.
Yeah.
So during that, the traveling in the studios, you saw nothing with other women when you were just the friend.
Yes, because again, I'm on the dancer's bus. He
Mhm.
has his own bus. He has his own entourage. We're in separate hotels. And I don't think people really understand that. They just think I popped up on the scene and married R. Kelly.
Right.
Right.
That's not how I was actually an employee. He was my boss.
Okay.
So he had his personal life. It's funny because my manager now used to work for him and was his manager. So
Right.
it was
Wow.
like we had two separate worlds. And again, because at the time when I met him, I had a fiance. I didn't care about your personal life.
But
That's
did
none
you
of my
know?
business.
Did you see or know
No.
anything?
He's a mastermind.
Right.
Oh
Okay.
no,
And-
secrecy. Oh, but he has a team.
That's why I really had to paint the picture for the listener. When you were a dancer, a professional dancer at the club, not exotic or anything like that, Andrea would walk in the club that I would host and walk out the club. Like, you did not see them hanging around, getting to know people.
Mm-hmm.
So I said he must have had to pull some extra abracadabra to get to really know her on that level, because ain't nobody know her. Everybody wanted to get to know her, but that wasn't happening.
It was R. Kelly. A lot of people wanted to get to know R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying
Yes.
his name, you know how the groupies are. They throw they pant. They do anything to be able to dance, sing, write, produce, whatever to be in his
But
presence.
she wasn't that girl, though.
But
I didn't say that she
Yeah.
was, but I'm saying 99% of folks out there to get in front of him who want to
yeah.
get in the business, they would do anything to make that happen.
do anything and say they're willing to do anything.
yeah.
That is the crazy part. Like, ma'am, this is a rehearsal. Why are you here? And you
Right.
come here every day and sit outside of our rehearsal space. What are you doing?
So on your bus with the dancers and the other people who were the staff, like you said, that was your boss. Was it ever any conversation amongst them of stuff that was going on, or crushes, or he was messing around with any of them?
you know, I wouldn't know
Mhm.
because, again, he kept it very separate.
Mhm.
But looking back on it now, I just thought, oh, this is a man. This is how he runs his ship. Now, after being in abuse, I realized he was very controlling.
Mhm.
And Sasha, when she says that, it makes me think of when I was a young man. You know, there were the girls that you knew you could get with.
Yeah.
Then there were the girls you knew you couldn't. So you would treat them a certain way. So you were that girl.
Oh, there
that
was
he-
a level of respect there that, you know, and again, it's how you carry yourself.
Right.
They knew, don't even try it. Now, I'm from the south side of Chicago. I have no
Oh,
problem letting
fuck.
you know when you are being disrespectful, when you have crossed the line. I'm here to do a job. This is my passion and my love. This isn't a joke. I'm not here to be a groupie. I am a professional dancer, so everyone treated me as such, as a professional dancer, not a groupie that's trying to ride the bus to the next city.
Mhm. So when did it become, now you are engaged, you're in love, and you are now R. Kelly's wife, and you off that other bus?
Oh, you know, I don't remember the specific date, but I will tell you, he said I was in the back of the bus reading the Bible, and I was sitting in the window, and he said the sunlight was shining down on you. You had your Bible, and I tiptoed in. I saw you. I didn't bother you. I just stepped back out and closed the door, and he said that was the day I fell in love with you.
Wow.
Well, damn.
That's
Okay.
deep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We
So
have
again,
a-
ours wasn't emotional. It wasn't a physical. It was an emotional connection.
And what was your response when he told you that? Don't respond yet. Respond when we come back.
Oh, we getting a full story.
Oh, yeah.
Before we jumping into anything, because I needed to understand. I'm understanding you a little bit better, Andrea
Yeah.
Kelly. Call us, 888-909-1514. Real People, Real Radio.
It's Rick and Sasha.